Ugh. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Chopper Fit Brett here. We make the motorcycle stuff. Yada yada yada.
My old boyfriend came over late last night, and yada yada yada. Anyway, I'm really tired today.
How y'all doing today? I am having a grand old time because it is January and I am riding my motorcycle. Woo! But no, I hope everyone's getting a chance to ride. I know a lot of people have had to put up their bikes. I'm thinking when this is actually coming out, it's middle of March probably though. So hopefully you are getting your bikes out there and starting to enjoy the warmer weather. As our weather gets warmer, those poor Aussies get colder. But let's be real, they've had a nice summertime. I've seen what you've been doing down there, Paul, with your epic rides on the Victorian beach coast thingamajig. I'm very, very jealous of you. I'll be out today here. We're just romping a little bit before we have to go pick up the kids from daycare. Now that the kids are at a new daycare, it's a little nice because the time that I have to pick them up by is not as early, and I can come out and ride for a little bit, clear my head, have some me time before I actually have to go be a dad again. God, I know that sounded probably really bad. I love my kids to death. I wouldn't change anything, but I said it before, you gotta seize those opportunities, and that's exactly what I'm doing today. So today I'm talking about how can an introvert such as myself run a YouTube channel. For the longest time for me personally, as far back as I can remember, I've been a very, very shy kid. No longer a kid, now I'm just a very, very shy adult.
Buddy, just come with us.
No, it's not that scary. And you could use a little sun, trust me.
Outside bad. The sun's scary. He's not my friend. He wants to hurt me. He wants to save her.
I don't know what it is. It's just I don't do well among a group of people. Even if that group of people is my peers, if I'm in the same room with you, it's going to be really hard for me to carry a conversation. I don't know why. I just can't explain it. My two work colleagues that I have, I know because they both live in opposite places from me. I know if you were to put all three of us in a room, I don't know. I think I would be the least vocal. I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, I don't know what my mind is doing that says, just shut up and listen. Just shut up and listen. Because that's what it feels like it's doing. It's like, you are not going to talk. You're not going to initiate conversation. You will say yes. You will say no. And drink your beer. That's me in a nutshell if we were to meet in real life. So don't take it offensive if we meet and I act that way. But what that comes down to, though, is YouTube gives you access to the biggest population, the biggest party. So how can a person such as myself run a YouTube channel and be comfortable doing it? I will tell you right now, it's because when it's just me and the cameras, I'm comfortable. Yeah, I am talking about, you know, things that affect everybody. I've met contacts through here. But when I'm on the bike and I'm in the garage and it's just me with the cameras, I really don't feel people are watching me, I guess. I know eventually you would watch the content that comes about it, but I think this makes it for a good outlet for me as well, because it definitely does help with the shyness a little bit. I do feel like if I was to go to a setting where there were other moto vloggers, I like to think that I want to be the doofus on the side of the bar, just sitting by myself and not being social and everything like that. I don't know exactly how it would turn out. I really don't. It is what it is, but just being able to kind of talk to the camera and put my my ideas to paper, and then put those paper ideas to film, and then edit those films to what you are seeing here today. I know these are just motovlogs, these aren't the spectacular films of some of those other channels, but it does take a lot of work to go through on a weekly basis, create a video, put something out. Yeah, it's different subject, different day. As far as any sort of tips I would have for an introvert, all I gotta say is, like, if you're not sure you want to do this, what you need to do is go look at yourself in the mirror and start talking, because that's what you got to get comfortable with first, is yourself. I know the very first vlog that I put out way back when, 2019 now, yeah, a lot. I know when I put that one out, it was so weird to be riding by myself and talking to no one but myself, because you would think having a conversation with yourself would be boring, but it's really not boring at all. One thing I've discovered after doing this more and more is I learned I'm not talking to myself. I'm not really having a conversation with myself. That's what it looks like to everyone else. What I'm actually doing is trying to prepare a video or content that interacts with you, the viewer. Now, sometimes this is easy to do, and I just get on the bike, I do it, I hop in the garage, I film something, it's easy to do. But sometimes you have to put a lot of thought and effort before you start filming. If you lived with a loved one and they look at you funny, just say, I'm going to be the next motovlogging star, or I'm going to be the next YouTube star, and this is how it starts. You might get looked at even more awkward than by your loved ones if you do that, but that's all right. One thing that I have found that I've been doing a little bit more of lately is I like to do voiceover work. Now, when I say voiceover work, I mean the video that I'm actually creating, like what you would see now, I would actually go home and then I would talk on top of it. I don't like doing that from a motovlog perspective, but I have found there is a spot in place for them. One of my biggest videos today is me talking about the Honda Rebel 1100 and it coming out. And I kid you not, all I did on that was I filmed myself in the garage for about a minute, and then I put up 5 promos of other motorcycles and talked about them. Really easy to do, really easy to do. And the last thing I would say, as far as being an introvert and having a YouTube channel, you do have to have a thick skin. So if you don't have one now, you better start growing one. The reason I'm saying that is YouTube is the land of no filters. Now, you can set your videos to have 0 comments allowed. You can do that. But if you do that, it's really hard to grow a following, I guess you could say. It's really hard to interact with those people who are watching. It's hard to get feedback from those people. So you may have comments turned on, but what's going to happen is some douchebag is going to comment on your video, probably this one too, who knows. And they're going to say, no, that's wrong, I'm right. You don't know anything about what you're talking about. I kid you not, you'll get a comment like that, but not even 3 comments below it, you get, hey, this was very informative, this was a great episode, I learned a lot from it. It's like, I don't know if those people are trolls or they just really can't keep their opinion to themselves, what have you, I don't care. The first time that those comments started filtering in, they did hit, and it really kind of made me question things. But I have a good support group, supportmvc, if you guys haven't checked them out yet. And they had my back, and they pretty much said, you know, if you don't like what he's doing, just jog on, basically.
Jog on.
I guess you could almost say that's the 4th thing for an introvert, which is going to be probably the hardest thing for you, which is going to be to find a support group who can help you out. If you want to become a motor vlogger, supportmvc is a great place to start. But then there's going to be also a ton of Facebook pages that will have people who can help out. And what's nice about those, like if you interact with via Facebook, Instagram, is you don't have to physically talk, you could type. And And for a person like me, I would rather send someone 1,000 text messages than have to have a conversation with them. But that being said, though, again, if you are interested in starting a channel, I am not a book of all knowledge, but I am always there to help out. Feel free to check me out at chopper_fet on the Instagram. Instant message me, let me know. Be glad to have a conversation with y'all. But for now, this is Brett signing off from the dark side, as this is the way. Chopper Fet, see you on the next one. Yeah.